Wouldn't be a Thursday.
And we're live.
I agree.
What?
What?
Are you drunk
What?
already?
I'm drinking
What's
ginger
up,
ale.
everybody? Welcome back to Geeks and Company. My name's JS. Over here is Miss I Complex Cosplay, Mr. Geoff. This is the Geek Boutique podcast, and tonight we're just going to be talking some smack. We've got no plan. We've got no specific topic. We're going to be talking with the people. Well, I say we don't have any plans, but I do have a bunch of notes here of stuff that I do want to get to. But yeah, it's going to be one of those nights. How's it going, Geoff? How you doing, my brother? I
am very well. Contrary to popular belief, I am not drunk. I am sober as a judge. I am high on life, my friend. That's all there is to it. I have no notes. My mission, my goal tonight is to interact with our brave, our constant, our fellow watchers and listeners and followers as much as humanly possible. So, guys, feel free to just jump on in with stuff. We probably won't get to everything, but we'll get to as much as we can. But a lot has happened in the world of geekdom in the last week. Hell, today a lot has happened. Some big Star Wars news has been released. There's Corey and there's Andrew. Hey, guys.
So Star Wars news?
Star Wars news. Yes, and some news has dropped as well as a trailer. The new trailer is cool.
Right.
Yes. But they've announced Star Wars Skeleton Crew, and they've announced that Jude Law is going to be the front man for that show.
I did not hear about this.
Yep. So they released they've got the logo official, and that's the official title of that show. And they're going for a very 80s Amblin entertainment. I guess it stars 4 kids, but it's not a kids aimed show. So it's an adult themed show, but it stars 4 kids, and Jude Law, I guess, is going to be the main guy behind that. And I love me some Jude Law. I think Jude Law is a fantastic underrated actor. They have release dates now for both Ahsoka and the 3rd season of Mandalorian. That was released today, talked about today. Of course, the teaser trailer for Star Wars Andor came out. So yeah, lots of news on that front. Unfortunately, we lost a giant in the Hollywood field. I'm not one for getting worked up about celebrity deaths because we don't know them, but Ray Liotta unfortunately passed today at the tender age of 67. Not a very old gentleman at all. Passed in his sleep in the middle of shooting a movie. So our respects go out to Ray and his family. Goodfellas is, if it's not in my top 3 movies of all time, I don't know what is. Goodfellas is just the perfect film, start to finish, and he's brilliant in it. And
he was in
his work will be missed.
He's done so much.
Hundreds of movies. Yeah, that's a void. That's a void for them to even dumb guilty pleasure movies that I love. Smoking Aces is one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies. I know how terrible Smoking Aces is. I get it. It's awful, but I love it. And he's in it. And he's
that's one of the movies
and
that. Yeah, it's one of those movies that's so bad it's good.
Yeah,
for sure.
Rip Tommy Vercetti. Yeah. Andy Fleischer of Depeche Mode passed away 260. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, it's all about balance. That. Yeah, right. We get some good stuff. We get some bad stuff. But yeah, we can absolutely talk about of Andor. If you guys want to discuss Andor, some of you guys have already got some opinions. You guys seem pretty excited for it.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah.
You've seen the trailer, obviously. You just told me you've already watched it.
I did.
It looks like this is going to be early Rebellion.
So my understanding is it is 5 years before Rogue One.
So it's very early Rebellion.
So it's a prequel to the prequel to the prequel.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
essentially.
Prequel to the prequel. Yeah.
Prequel to the prequel. Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah. Whatever. However you figure out the timeline, I suppose. Yeah. So I guess it's
fair enough.
Which is
fair enough.
It's kind of funny. Talk about you were worried about Obi-Wan not being about Obi-Wan. I think Diego Luna is in one scene in that trailer.
He is. He's in one scene in that trailer.
The only one scene he's in.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they're not being shy.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a revelation when I watched the trailer, and I don't think that I'm going to back up a quick second here, and I'm going to give everybody my quick thoughts here. I'm not a super fan of that character. I don't have any kind of attachment to that character. I don't really care for the character. I loved Rogue One, don't get me wrong, but the characters in Rogue One themselves were dispensable because, well, spoiler, they all die.
It's the original Suicide Squad, buddy.
Yeah. So it was weird to me that they would build a show around a character that nobody really had any attachments for. Until I realized it's not the fact that it's a show about the character as much as it's a show in that time period. It's a show about that period in time in the early Empire, early Rebellion phase, right?
I'm wondering if when that switch maybe sort of happened, I wonder if that was the intention all along, or if they realized early on in development that there were, or in production or whatever, they were like, we should probably broaden the scope a little bit, because like with Obi-Wan, we get 6 episodes of a limited series. This is 12 episodes.
Well, this is 13, isn't it?
I thought 12? I read 12 today. 12 episodes with an already greenlit and about to start shooting second season. So there's going to be a lot of this comparatively to what we've seen in some of the other stuff. So I wonder if they had to shift gears at some point early on in the development stage and just decided, you know, we better broaden the focus. We can't just have it be about this guy's journey to becoming a leader in the rebellion, because I mean, you can't really stretch that over 12 episodes. I'm still pretty shocked. This show is called, it'd be like The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is in one scene of a trailer for season 3. Everybody would be like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, that part's a little weird, but I'm like you. I didn't care for the actor. I didn't care for the character. None of it mattered to me. And I'm still going to stick to my guns. I get what they're doing with this. I understand. They want us to see how did it get so bad?
Yes.
Right?
That's
how did we get to a point where there's a Death Star and the Empire is a chokehold on the galaxy? How did we get from the Republic to that in such a brief period of time? And I get that. I feel like now it's like every little pocket of time in Star Wars that hasn't been blown out during the course of the films has to now get explored and blown out. Like I don't like some things. Do we need to see that journey of going from Republic to the galactic chokehold on the...
I don't think we need to see it, but if you want to keep making Star Wars, you have to... Forward.
Well,
they either have to go forward or backwards. There's only 2 directions they can go, right?
Well, all they've been doing is going backwards, my brother. Let's get some forward stuff going.
I mean...
Everything now is being... Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, this show, everything's being hamstrung in between films.
Yeah.
Right? Everything's backwards. What happens 10 years after Rey Skywalker? Well, like give me 5 years. Give me the next week after Rey. I don't care, but give me some forward momentum on some of these stories.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people who didn't really care for the sequels are maybe a little bit, I don't want to say jaded, but like, I don't really care to see more of what happens after Rey, because I don't even consider that canon as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Like,
well, okay,
but it is. For me, it is, but I don't care about that time period, right? So I don't want to see anything in that time period. I want to see other time periods. Like, I don't want to see a week after Rey, maybe 400 years after Rey.
Oh, either way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still want to see stuff that's progressing the story overall, as opposed to just seeing all this stuff that's already happened. You're just filling in blanks. Like, you're just filling in blank spots in the timeline. Sure. I don't know, man. I didn't ask for this. Anyway,
so my daughter's joined, by the way. I just want to cut you off for a second. My daughter just joined. She made and I smiled and I laughed when I saw it. And then she texts me. Says, did you just smile and laugh when you saw my message? Yes, Nook. I totally smiled and laughed when I saw your message.
Absolutely.
There's a bunch of messages, actually. Do you want to read through some of them?
Yeah, of course. The rest of you just talk amongst yourself. Here we go. If you build it, he will come, says Andrew. Hypergate cosplay says, looks like it's matching the energy of Rogue One, which is perfect, and if it's shot similarly, we are in good hands. Corey Cutter says, I'll make you care. Hypergate, once again, I am excited for the Acolyte, though. That's the past I want to see. Yes, we will talk about as well. So that's well in the past. But I want to see Old Republic on the screen. I've heard a few people rumbling about wanting to see some Old Republic stuff. We're going to get some High Republic with the Acolyte, and then we're going to get all these weird, like I said, kind of shoved in between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 or whatever that we're getting now. But yeah, I have heard some people saying they really want to see the Old Republic, because I think that's what some of the games are based on too, right? Like Star Wars, the Old Republic, the big MMORPG they put out and such. So
correct.
Yeah. I mean,
the Old Republic, the story don't want to say the story of the Old Republic was kind of created by that first game, but that concept of the Old Republic and Revan and Malak and yes, you've had a lot of Old Republic characters, but the storyline itself shot out from those games. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope, that's fair.
A lot of people are saying Andor looks awesome.
No, absolutely. Like the trailer is a well put together trailer. I'm certainly not going to deny that. I am going to caution you guys because they were talking with the creator and the showrunner, and they talked about how they're going to have some what she described as canon surprises. They're not going to be slaves to canon. You're going to see, and that's where, and JS and I have talked about on the show before, is sometimes you can get handcuffed by canon, and you have a choice to make. Do you sort of rewrite canon or retcon stuff to service a new story that might be better, but it's going to piss off the nerds of the neckbeards because you're not adhering to canon? And especially when you're talking about canon, is there anything more canonical than Star Wars? It's been around since the late 70s. It's gone through so many different permutations.
Well,
how many different films, like 11 movies, and now all these TV series. There's so much canon to weigh you down. That's why personally I would like to see something way outside of where we're currently at so that we don't have to worry about any of that. Jar Jar needs his own series. Doug, you just shut your filthy whore mouth, sir. It's not even funny.
My concern is if they move too far away from what is canon and move too far into the future, then what's going to make it Star Wars?
The feel, just like Star Trek, the feel, like it's got a shoehorning legacy characters in it, to me doesn't make it Star Wars. You can reference these guys all you want. But
and it's not about shoehorning the characters as much as exploring time frames that are already familiar with. You know what I mean?
It's a little bit shoehorning. I mean, I love me some Mandalorian, but I mean, Baby Yoda, Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Boba Fett.
Well,
I mean,
yes.
you're just shoving them in there willy nilly almost. I love it, dude. I love it. The Mandalorian is one of my favorite shows, and I love seeing Luke Skywalker. I cried like a baby when Luke Skywalker was on screen. Are you kidding me? I'm not saying I don't love it. What I'm saying is you don't need to rely on that to make a good Star Wars show. Give me some great performances. Give me some top-notch effects. Give me some great writing. Make it a Star Wars story. It's space opera. Star Wars is easy, brother. It's not like Star Trek where you got to adhere to all these different technicalities and all these different established races and planets and quadrants and everything else. Star Trek is extraordinarily technical. Star Wars is the exact opposite, brother. Like, they just freeball that shit. And I love it. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's a space opera, right? Space opera, the shit out of it. Just give me something new, man. That's all I'm not asking for much. Just something new. And you know what? Yeah. If I'm going to be excited, the Acolyte is exciting because I feel like you were saying, it happens far enough back that they're not really going to be handcuffed by canon either. They can pretty much do it. It's the high point of the Jedi Order at that point when that show is going to take place. That's going to be pretty dope to see. Not going to lie. So I'm excited for that one too. But now, yeah, whatever's going on with Jude Law. But the Jude Law show during the Mandalorian time frame. So I think you're going to find a lot of that. It is, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The more they can tie them in together, like Marvel made the playbook, man. And if I mean, they're all owned by Disney, right? If you can look at what were the best episodes of Book of Boba Fett? The ones where Mandalorian showed up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
you're going to get a lot of that, and that's okay. I understand. I get it.
Yeah, they're building their own world, right? They're trying to 100%. They're trying to do what you said, what Marvel has done, but they're also trying to do what George Lucas did with the original trilogy, right? He created his own world. They're trying to redo that where everything is interconnected, right? Okay,
I need somebody else to comment so that thank you, Corey.
There we go.
That terrible comment of Doug's was just stuck on the screen the whole time. Jar Jar getting his own series, and I was having a knip. So Mando can show up and overtake his show too. Yeah,
I mean, I suppose he could.
I mean,
yeah, I suppose he could.
You got your money character, right? It's everyone's going to tune in. Like people that have never watched Star Wars in their life were watching The Mandalorian. Like that show was a phenomenon, and so far they haven't really produced anything to match up to that. So we'll see what happens. They got a bunch of stuff coming up and coming out now. So
they do
big boots to fill, man. Big boots to fill.
You said they released the release dates. They announced the release dates today. I can't find anything on that. Here we go. Oh, but it's a video. Yep. I can't go and watch it while we're doing this. What are the dates? Do you know? Mando season 3 and Ahsoka.
It came out in a sizzle reel that was only for attendees of a specific where they talked about the Star Wars Celebration, and they said both will be back in. I believe the one is February of 2023, and then the other one is just in 2023, but I don't remember which one is which.
So they're both next
year. But regardless, I'm sorry. It has been confirmed the new season won't be hitting this year as previously thought. Instead, it will debut on Disney Plus service in February next year. So that is Mandalorian season 3. Grief Karga is confirmed to be back. Bo-Katan is confirmed to be back for that run. So you'll see some familiar faces. I'm assuming you'll see some new ones as well. And then Rosario Dawson posted a brief message from the set of Ahsoka. Just started production, confirmed it will also air sometime in 2023. Jar Jar was not inept. He was a Republican. Do I have to kick Doug out of the channel? Are we getting our first boot out of the Instagram channel? I think this might have to happen. I think Doug's getting... you laugh out there, Doug. Yeah, your time is coming, son. I'm going to see you in like a week, sir. A week and a day. I'm going to see you.
It'll have been 2 years and a couple months between season 2 and season 3 of Mandalorian.
Yeah. Well, they had other shows to produce, right? I don't know how many different sound stages they have with that technology.
Well, so they've got the main one in California. They're building one here in Toronto.
Yeah.
They're apparently building another one somewhere else in the U.S. I want to say somewhere like in the New York area. So they're going to have a couple different sound stages, but right now they only have the one.
The one. So if they got one show shooting on it, they got to wait till that show's done shooting, right?
Well, fair enough. These
I
just can't see how long it takes to shoot a 13-episode show.
Well, and with these shows too, there's a ton of post too, right?
So they probably don't spend all that much time in studio shooting, right?
No. But I mean, they still have to shoot 13
months?
Episodes. I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
Well, no, Boba Fett was what, 7 episodes, 6 episodes?
Yeah. I mean, Corey's got a good point. I don't consider it that big a break given how much of Boba involved Mando. Yeah. At least those 2 episodes anyway. You're right. No. You're right.
That was a point that I made back then is Book of Boba should have just been The Mandalorian season 3.
Well, and again, I wasn't aware. I had to go back because someone had said that, and it's true. They were couching Book of Boba Fett as Book of Boba Fett / Mando 2.5. Like we all knew Mando was going to show up, and we all knew it would help to further Mando's story and fill the gap between seasons 2 and 3. And that's what we got. So, I mean, we can't really slap them for it if they told us ahead of time that's what was going to happen. Yeah. Did all of us expect the first 4 episodes of the Book of Boring Fett to be like that? And then the show really only come alive when Mando shows up? Your title character doesn't even appear in the 5th episode because the Mandalorian shows up and just kind of takes over everything. Listen, Tim. All right. Yeah, we are nerds and we're proud. By the way, we're geeks, not nerds. That's why look at the title. Look at the title here.
I mean, maybe that's a good segue to switch over quickly to Strange New Worlds. Dude, I don't know how many people in this chat are Trekkies or fans of Trek. I know Tim is. And Strange New Worlds is just hitting it on every single level for me. It is one of the best shows on TV right now. I don't care if you're a Trekkie or not. You should watch this show because it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't read so good. Oh God, Tim.
No spoilers, but yeah, that episode today, man, that was a movie quality episode today. There were movie level effects in it. They weren't shy with the effects at all. They showed you everything. They said, typically how it would be on a show where they would allude to something or they would say something's happening, but you wouldn't, or maybe you'd see it on the viewer. No. Like you were in like they would just do that thing that they talked to you about. Like and there were still great character moments. I'm totally falling in love with Hemmer. And I know I'm supposed to, and I don't care. The blind engineer. Yeah. Love that dude. Hemmer. Yeah, he's easily becoming one of my favorites on the show.
Yeah, me too.
100%. So good. Ortega's. Yeah, honestly, like
they're all good.
They could not have put a better crew together. I don't want to hear any of your noise and nonsense about woke this or too many female. Nothing. It's seamless. This cast is brilliant. The show is amazing. 4 episodes in, man.
Even Chief Kyle. Fantastic. I mean, it's funny how they have this character who's their transporter chief. And typically the transporter chief does just that, just transport them, and it's just a bit part.
So that guy does.
But he has a bit part in every episode, which is amazing.
They make sure they get him on there. Yep. No,
it's amazing. I really love it.
Good.
Yeah. It's an amazing show.
I don't know they can keep up this pace, but sorry, go ahead.
Spoilers?
I mean, we can put out a warning beforehand. We're probably going to lose some folks. It dropped today, so I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so maybe we can stay away from today's episode. What did you think about the whole Una is an Illyrian thing?
Okay, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
It didn't really. The fact that their engineer is an offshoot of an Andorian is more impactful to me than the fact that Una's an Illyrian. Like it didn't. And maybe I'm not as in tune with some of the older lore as I should be to have that really have a major impact on me. But I was like, okay, cool. She's genetically modified, and they're not supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
and nobody really seems to care. So
yeah, it was okay. Well, we're gonna do Dr. Bashir again. That's how it felt.
You know what you know what it felt like too? Is it felt like? Do you remember on TNG? I think it was like the second or third episode where they did the episode where they all got drunk.
The episode where they all got drunk.
Yeah, the Naked Time or the Naked Now, right? Wesley had pulled.
Oh, is that the one where Tasha sleeps with Data?
Tasha sleeps with Data, and one of the engineers had pulled out all the ice linear chips, and Data was having to try to put them back, and even he was affected by it. If you prick us, do we not bleak? That episode happened too early in the show. It was like literally the second or third episode in the pilot season. We didn't know the characters well enough to be shocked by the fact that they were. So maybe this reveal had to the Naked Now. I know one's called the Naked Now and one's called the Naked Time, and I think the original series one was called the Naked Time. I think that they should have built up that. They should have more explanations of who the Illyrians were and why it was a big deal, and then like in season 3. They lead up to the fact that she's one, not in like the third season of the show as it starts.
Yeah,
the third episode. Yeah. It didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
impactful. And
probably
I
the
felt
only
like,
stumble from that episode, though.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the only reason they did that was so that La'an could push the whole. Well, try being the granddaughter of Khan and blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, but like that should have been the mystery. That should have been the ongoing thing of discovering about La'an and how and the whole Khan thing and how she felt about, like, that should have been an overarching storyline, not I'm genetically modified. Well, I hate you because my family's genetically modified. It's like, what the fuck, Even the relationship that obviously is between La'an and Una wasn't even fully matured and explored yet before they had this huge catharsis. And I'm just like, yeah, you really shotgun both of those things, and I don't know why. Yeah.
It almost felt like that episode happened out of sequence. Like they shot it like later in the season and they just clubbed it in there. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's a good call.
Yeah, and it was the weakest of all the episodes. It was still a good episode, but it was the weakest so far.
Probably.
Because episode 1 was amazing. Episode 2 was one of the best Star Trek episodes that I've ever seen, I think.
It'll have to go down in history. I think Tim said it's his all-time favorite episode. So
yeah, and then 4 was
today, dude.
Today was it blew my mind.
If that's not Star Trek, there's no Star Trek. That was the Star Trekiest episode. I can say this. We never see the villain or villains.
Oh yeah, we don't even want to say who they are, right?
Yeah, we're not going to say who they are. That's fine. But we don't even see them.
We don't see them.
No, they kept them in the shadows, and you heard them, and you saw. And I was cool with that. That's how you slow build a villain. That's how you get the juices flowing. The more I like that.
I feel like they're not going to show them at all. I don't think we're ever going to see them on Strange New Worlds. No, because I feel that when Kirk meets them for the first time, I feel like it's the first time, right?
Tread carefully, boys. Yeah, we're trying.
I know. I'm trying not to spoil it here.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we're going to see them. I don't know that we're going to see their face. She even makes a comment at one point. It's not that nobody's ever seen them. It's that nobody's ever survived.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and watch. I'd have to go back and watch the original episode to see what's specifically said. But I still like. Yeah, but even from the audience perspective, like we still don't. Do you know what I mean? Like we still don't see them either.
No, and I
Like,
don't think we will.
I don't know. I guess we'll
Yeah, I
find
don't
out.
think we will. I'd be very
I'd be
surprised.
pretty
if we
shocked.
will.
I'd be pretty shocked if they got them this heavily involved and then we just never see them. But
Well, I mean,
guess
it'll be interesting because they're going to get to explore all the old races that kind of disappeared over the years, right? There's so many concepts and races that you don't really see in Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and Voyager. And
right.
well, Voyager was a whole new set of aliens, obviously.
Yeah. No, for sure. It was such a Wrath of Khan like episode in the Gas Giant blind battleship. Absolutely, Tim.
But I
You are
loved
100%
it.
Correct. Just Jeff here casually making me want to get into Trek. Hey,
Who said that?
That's your lady friend, Miss Jennifer. That's right. There we go. That's what
I'm telling you,
about.
you should check out this new show.
This would be a good show.
Amazing.
If you wanted to get in on a jumping point of Trek this late in the game, Strange New Worlds is where to do it for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
This was almost as good as the Uhura episode, possibly as good. And Doug Doug confirms it was the Naked Now, and it was based on the Naked Time from the original. I always just mix them up. Our friend the German Rick has joined us. How you doing, my good friend? Good to see you. So well done, Tim says. We'll see them at the end of the season or something. I would agree, Tim, that we'll probably see them at some point. JS thinks maybe not. And by the way, I'd be fine with either, but I would be shocked. Yeah, I'd be shocked if they spent that much time on him in one episode and then we just never. I know it's episodic and not arcing, and
that's the
fine.
thing, right?
So.
You got to remember, if this show keeps going the way it is, this could be a 7 season.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And even though they're only going to be 13 episodes per season, and not 26.
Right.
There's still a lot of one episode over that many seasons. It's a bit part, right? It's a teaser, but we'll see.
It is a teaser. We'll
see. It'll be fun to see and explore a lot of races that, like I said, we haven't really seen or explored. What were the black and white? Black on the right, white on the left, and then the others were black on the left and white on the right.
That's right.
What were they called again?
I don't remember.
There's so many of those.
That's funny though.
There's so many of those races that they introduced these concepts in the original series that I think we're gonna get reintroduced to.
Quite possibly.
For sure. Yeah.
Yep. Because even DS9 did a pretty good job of introducing new ones and then bringing in stuff like the Breen had been referenced before, but no one had
never really seen.
So we got to see some of that on DS9. So yeah, they've had a good history of doing that over the course of. So maybe we'll see and we'll get some of that going on.
Before DS9, the Ferengi were just throwaway villains. It wasn't until DS9 that they really gave a Ferengi a name.
Human.
Right? So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. Do we want to move on from Strange New Worlds, or do you want to keep talking about this? Because I could probably talk about it all night.
Well, we did. Last week was Trek, so we should probably.
Yeah, Voyager brought in Great Aliens 2. They did, but because they were in a different space, they were in a different area of space, which meant that they could start fresh. Like you were saying, Jeff, you can do whatever and not have to be tied to canon, because you're in a different area.
Yeah. I do. I will say I would like to see some Klingons on our Strange New Worlds. I know we want to look at some of the races we don't get to see a lot, but I would like to see. And are they going to be Discovery Klingons? Or are they going to be classic Klingons?
I hope they're classic Klingons.
I mean, they literally referenced Discovery on today's episode, so it's not like it's happening outside of. Like that's still these are still the people that were on Discovery. So it's.
I feel what they're going to do is they're going to do the same thing that they did for the Klingons of TNG. In Enterprise, they explained how the Klingons changed so much, and it was because of genetic engineering. And that's why now they have the ridges. They're going to explain some way of something happening for making the Klingons look human. And I think maybe that's what it was. I think they tried to make the Klingons look human, and then it became like a sickness, and all the Klingons started looking human, or something to that effect.
I'm just worried. No, I know. I'm just worried that. Not worried. I didn't actually have a problem with the redesign, but we're literally talking about the same timeline, the same time frame in the same universe. Like, Like
Well,
Michael
we
and
are.
Discovery literally just fucked off, but they're
We
right
are.
where they were. So
Yeah.
that'd be tough. That'd be tough. It'd be like,
Yeah.
last year the Klingons looked like this, but this year, whoa, they got a makeover and
Yeah.
RuPaul.
Well, they're
came
gonna
in and
have
it
to
was-
bring them in
yeah.
at some point. They can't not
So, yeah, Tim's
bring
like,
in the
they'll definitely
Klingon
be
in this.
three Klingons. They've been redesigned. Get over it, world. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well, Tim. But hey, I don't know. We could see some Romulans. We could see, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, that happens with Kirk. See, that's the other thing too, trying to keep some of the canon straight, right? Like when
Mhm.
Kirk runs into the Romulans back on the original series, it's the first time they'd seen the Romulans in however many years it was. Balance of Terror, that episode.
Right.
So yeah, I guess we won't see the Romulans.
Right. So we're
but
probably not going to see the Romulans. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
but maybe some Klingons. We'll see.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Will we get a Tribble or two on board the ship? Maybe, perhaps. Anyways,
Oh, that would be funny.
that would be funny.
That would be funny. Yeah.
Because they do have to have a flat out fluffy comedy episode as well. We haven't gotten that yet, and I want something like that, a pure character build episode where it's just goofiness, silly geese for half an hour. I gotta have that. And then Enterprise just thumbed its nose at canon. Well, that's because it's Enterprise. We don't talk about Enterprise. No, I'm just kidding. We do talk about Enterprise. And we talk about how bad it was. Probably more random one-off species, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of those.
Did you guys see the little thing they had? I sent it to our little Trekkie group, but if you guys caught the episode with the comet or whatever, the alien they had up on the screen that was talking about Mahanit. Practical effects.
All practical effects. Not
Dude in a
CG.
suit with a rubber mask, with bladders underneath it, and someone with a remote control to like pulsate and move the eyebrows and move the eyes and shit. Practical effects. And that dude looked dope up on the screen. And even though they had like a nice little haze around it, like the old Star Trek series used to do, which was a chef's kiss nod to the original Trek, it still looked, I'm like, that looks so good. Now I know why. Because it was real. Nothing looks like real, man. I'm sorry.
It was amazing. My jaw dropped when you sent us that.
Yeah.
And I saw that it's an actual dude in a mask,
like, there's
in a suit.
no way.
Yeah, that was crazy for sure.
So good. Anyways, sorry. Gotta move on. I'm Thor.
So there's a Thor trailer that came out. Actually, there's a new Thor trailer that's come out where we see more of Jane as Thor.
The mighty Thor. Hold on, guys. I need a drink. I'll be 1 second.
Okay.
Entertain them, James.
Oh, song and dance. No. Yeah, I want to talk. Are you going to still hear me while you're getting a drink? No, you're not, obviously. So there's a new Thor trailer, and I want to get everybody's thoughts. The first trailer that came out felt very slapstick, which, you know, I thought that Ragnarok was amazing. Don't get me wrong. It was one of, you know, at the top of the MCU for me. But if you're taking it to that next level of slapstickness, I don't know if I don't know about that piece. That's where you kind of lose me a little bit. Jeff, did you have that same feeling of watching a slapstick comedy when you saw the trailer for Thor?
I think I have so many thoughts on this, and none of them are good.
Well, hey, good thing there's only 11 people watching.
All three Captain America movies were very, very different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked because each one was still a good film. I mean, the first Avenger wasn't great, but it was still a solid film. And I felt Civil War was too long, too complex, and just dumb in certain places. But still, you got that airport fight scene. The Winter Soldier's just just light years above
my favorite
anything else they've
MCU
ever done.
movie.
Yeah, crazy good. But you had three distinct movies that still showed you an evolution of the character over the course of time and the surrounding characters around it. So you could get away with having three movies that looked very different from each other. Thor, you have three completely different films from each other. First Thor, Shakespearean, over the top. I actually enjoyed it. The second film, easily the worst MCU film to date. I don't even know what the argument would be for it. It's so bad. And then the third film, very slapsticky, very comedy, but still action-packed, brightly colored, brought some characters in that we love, introduced some new characters, anything with Jeff Goldblum, I'm always on board. And yeah, it kind of looks like they were like, oh, Oh, you all like that third one, eh? Okay, well, let's just
take it to the
double
next
down
level. Yeah.
on all of this thing so that we're taking nothing seriously. Everything's a joke. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to get invested in what's going on if everything's meant to be funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to get into those deeper character moments that you get with someone like Cap, or you get with someone like Iron Man, or you get with someone, you know what I mean? You're just not getting it now with Thor because they're like, wait a minute, he does funny way better than he does serious. And he does. Yeah. Chris Hemsworth is a funny dude.
No doubt. And I'm not saying to not make him funny. I think Ragnarok worked. Ragnarok had a good balance of trying to be funny and making a serious movie.
Right.
I feel like now we're taking it to the, slapshot level. You know what I mean? Like absolute slapstick.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It no longer feels like Thor. It feels like a joke. Yeah. Thor now feels like a joke to me in this trailer.
A little bit.
Now, the second trailer has come out, and you get to see a little bit. It's a little bit more serious. You get to see more of Jane as Thor. I love her freaking suit. Dude, it's like a variation of the original Thor suit from the first movie, and it looks amazing. It looks wicked. I also can't wait to find out the deal with the broken Mjolnir. So she actually put Mjolnir back together.
Yeah.
I was under the impression she was going to be like a multiverse thing, right? But I guess not. Who knows?
No, I mean, I guess she could be, but there is a comic book storyline in Marvel Comics about her getting the hammer, and it's not a multiverse Jane. Jane gets the hammer, Jane becomes Thor. In that comic book storyline, Thor gives it to her. She's dying of cancer, and she can't survive without it. So for his love for her, he gives her the hammer, and she wields it for some time, and it fights the cancer off. She Deadpools it basically, right? So
yeah,
I don't know that's the route they're going with this because
he also stops being Thor.
In the comics, yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, he stops being Thor, and he's only what's his human name? Do you remember now?
Donald Blake.
Donald Blake, is that what it was?
Donald Blake, Doctor
Donald Blake.
That's right.
So yeah. I feel like they won't do the cancer story. I mean, they might. That was possibly saying
the only thing here is in the trailer, he's clearly surprised it's her. Like, he doesn't know that she has the hammer and that she's going around as Thor. So clearly he didn't give it to her and say, use this to not die or whatever. So they could still keep the cancer element, and that's how she ended up getting the hammer. I don't know. It could, maybe it's Gore that gave her the hammer as a kind of a thumb. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. Can we talk about Christian Bale in this?
Yeah. I don't know what to think about the look they're going for.
I don't know what to think about Christian Bale being in this. Like, is it like, does someone at Disney have some dirt on Christian Bale that we don't know about? Like,
I don't know. I mean, Christian Bale's one of those guys that I see as like one of the top, what do you call it?
He's probably going to go down as one of the greatest actors of our generation anyways, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Multiple Oscar winner, just an incredible method actor. Some amazing roles, iconic roles, and he's going to dip his toe.
Method actor. That's what I was
method
looking
actor,
for.
big time.
Yeah, big
He's going to dip his toe back into the comic book movie world with a one-off villain turn in the fourth funny Thor movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did they just drive a dump truck full of money up to his house? Was he that desperate for a check that he thought he would take this on? Is there, because I saw someone make a comment online somewhere like, well, he wanted to be part of the MCU. Cool, man. He's Christian Bale. They could have come up to him and been like, what would you like to do? And he could probably be like, I want to be the next Ghost Rider. They'd be like, here you go, man. Whatever. Like, here's a movie. Here's a series. Here's whatever you want. You're Christian fucking Bale. You can have anything you want. And instead, he's got a one-off silly villain turn in the fourth Thor movie? It seems like such a gigantic waste of time and talent on everybody's part. What a wasted opportunity. Unless they're going to carry his character forward, which I can't imagine they will. But
like, could you imagine? Not one of those like big time.
No.
He's no.
And I love me some Josh Brolin. Could you imagine if Christian Bale had been Thanos? Like there's so much you could do with Christian Bale that's not just shoving him into the fourth movie in a franchise that's silly. Namor. I personally, I think he'd be a badass Ghost Rider. If he's going to be on the hero side, I think he'd be an incredible Ghost Rider. But it doesn't matter regardless. I think it's a waste. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe he'll be great. I don't know. It's still going to seem like a waste because he's in the fourth Thor movie and it's mostly a comedy. But
I mean, who knows? I mean, we'll see.
Are you guys excited for the film? That's the key,
I'm not
right?
crazy
Like,
about
are
the
you
look.
guys?
I'm not excited about the film at all at this point.
No.
Of Gore, I mean, Gore's look is a pretty plain blank face. It would have been easy to make. Right. You know, why they didn't go with the traditional look? I don't understand sometimes the choices they make where Spider-Man is dead accurate to comic books, but then you've got Gore who looks nothing like the comic books. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of comments. Did you want to read through some of these?
Yeah. Corey just said recently, he could have said no, but he didn't. So clearly he is up for it on some level. Oh yeah, I'm not. That's what I was like. Maybe someone at Disney is like, we have found something in your past, Mr. Bale, so you will take this role, yes? I don't know. Or yeah, be it a test as an actor or whatever it may be, or maybe they literally just cut him a check he couldn't refuse. I don't know, man. Yeah. Maybe he wants to work with Taika Waititi. A lot of people do. He's a very talented actor director. So that could be it. Could be a host of different reasons why. I just think if it was a decision made by his agent and he just kind of like went, yeah, I guess we're doing this now. I'd be probably sitting down with my agent afterward, be going, what movie is this? Oh, it's Thor. Cool. Which one? The fourth one? All right. I play Odin, right? I'm the bad guy? Oh, speaking of, Russell Crowe. My boy Russell Crowe's in it.
Oh, is he?
He's the Flicker.
Who's he play?
I had to look him up. He's Zeus.
Is he really?
Yes. So the Greek gods have their own little pocket Olympus, and
they do.
He's playing Zeus. Yeah. So the thunder god meets the thunder god. Yeah.
Because they don't actually show his face in the trailer. You only see him from the back with a lightning bolt, but you don't see his face.
Oh, you do when he does the flicking.
Oh, you do.
You do.
Oh well, I must have missed that because I didn't catch it at all.
I was like, it's my boy, it's Russell Crowe. I used to get compared facially to him all the time, and I was like, hey, what's he doing? And then I had to like look him up. I'm like, I don't even know what he's playing. Sorry, yes, we can absolutely get to some comments.
Yeah, they go back quite a ways here on this specific topic.
And the Enterprise just okay. The Loki tattoo on his back. Loki Quinn is crying, of course. It's so tired, Tim is saying. Tim is saying, I want Jane as Thor, but I'm over the comedy. Let's tighten it back up with a slightly more serious tone. I think you might be a little bit disappointed. Could be a bait and switch with the tone, though. Gore is pretty hardcore, so it could be heavier. It is still Disney, so I'm still a little bit worried about that. Like, I think we're probably moving past a lot of the heavier stuff we would see regardless, but that's my hope. Chris Hemsworth is Anakin Skywalker, says Doug. Sweet baby Mew Mew coming back hot, says Corey. Yep, she looks a little banged up, but looks like someone got out some hot glue and had a lot of time in their hands. Loki was saying, I feel they won't do the cancer story, so we talked about that. Christian Bale realized how shit The Dark Knight was and wanted to be in a decent movie. Loki couldn't call it. Where's the kick function? It's around here somewhere, right? How do we kick somebody out of the channel? How shit The Dark Knight was. Okay. I think you have a hard time selling that one, my dear. Everybody wants to be a Marvel character, says Rob. Doug said Namor. Yep, he would actually make a badass Namor. We read Corey. Gore in the comics reminds me of a member of Thanos' Black Order, so maybe they redesigned with a more human look for that, says Tim. I did see someone comment
I feel
that if they stuck with comic, if they stuck with comic Thor, he would look, comic Gore, he would look like Ebony Maw. Like it's very similar look. They
are, and they might even be the same race, wouldn't they?
Why are you surprised you didn't know they announced him a few months ago in the character? Oh, yeah. No. No, I knew Christian Bale was in it. I knew Christian Bale was in it when they announced it whenever it came out ago. And I was surprised then. And I'm just now that I've physically seen it, it's just reintroduced the shock. They show his face. His role was announced a while back. Yeah. Introduce Hercules. Yeah, I mean, if you've got the Greek pantheon there, you can absolutely pretty much do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Zeus and work your way on down. Like they're obviously in Olympus when they've got him tied up and No, Zeus, not Christian Bale. Oh no, I did not know Russell Crowe was even in the film, let alone that he was playing Zeus. I had no idea. I hadn't heard that announcement. I hadn't seen that. So there we go. It's obviously not like a huge role, but hey, man,
I'm having slight technical difficulties here. I'm just realizing now that both my computer and my phone are on my Wi-Fi, and neither of your lips match what is going either on my screen here or on my phone. Yeah, it's very weird. I hope everybody can still hear fine on Instagram, because there's a very big delay. So if I'm talking over you, it's not because I'm talking over you, but because when you stop talking, you've already started talking by the time I hear it. So anyway, yeah.
I mean, everything on my end, you sound great. You look fine. I mean, you look
perfect.
Fine. So,
Well, thank you, bud.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Russell Crowe, yes. So I did not know. The most interesting thing will be seeing the other gods. And
they also released
the MCU. Sorry, go ahead. You were not delayed on our end.
Yeah, Marianne says I'm not delayed on their end. So, yeah. We got a new Mission Impossible trailer this week as well. Dead Reckoning. Hey, yes. Dead Reckoning Part 1. I forget if there's an actual release date. But we got a brand new Mission Impossible trailer. So I had to watch it a couple times because at first, watching it, I thought a lot of the scenes we were seeing were from some of the other movies until I realized, wait a second, they're not from other movies. Like this is all new footage in this trailer. And wow, is there a lot going on in this trailer?
Yeah.
So people are still saying that I'm still coming through okay. Thanks, Doug.
Yep.
I think it was Tim that said they're just turning Mission Impossible into regular old James Bond at this point.
Oh, I think they're okay with that. I think they're slapping James Bond. I don't think James Bond has been able to keep up with Mission Impossible. I think Mission Impossible has done what James Bond's been trying to do the entire Daniel Craig era. And Mission Impossible
it's working,
crushing it. And
they're
this deep in the franchise. They've had one bad film, and every other film has been good to great. Two is not good. I'm sorry.
Let's say 1.5. The second, was it part 2 or 3 that was really bad?
That's what I'm saying. Two's really
bad. And then there was another one that was.
I've been solid on the rest of them, for sure. 3 got them back on track, and then everything since then has just been brilliant.
Yeah, 4, 5. Is this 6 or 7?
I think these are 7 and 8. Part 1 is 7, and part 2 is 8.
Yeah.
Because you had Ghost Protocol.
I can't wait.
Oh, dude.
Ghost
It
Protocol
looks
was
so
bad
good.
One.
Oh, I didn't think so. You thought Ghost Protocol was bad?
Wasn't Ghost Protocol the bad one?
No.
2. Which one's Ghost Protocol?
2. Like 4. Geez, you're gonna make me look this up. Hold on, kids. Papa Jeff got to look up stuff for the old Uncle JS there. Mission Impossible film series. Yeah, so Ghost Protocol is the 4th one, and then Rogue Nation is the 5th one, and then the 6th one was Fallout. So the 7th one and 8th one will be Dead Reckoning 1 and Dead Reckoning 2. And then we're done, by the way. So this is... Yes, had an issue with Phelps, STG. I still like the first one a lot. Like I said, the 3rd one is maybe the one you're referring to because the 3rd one kind of gets them back on track, but that was also the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I mean, Philip Seymour Hoffman. JS is frozen on the Instagram feed. Oh, there we go. He's back now.
Yeah, I'm having a real hard time here, folks. I'm freezing everywhere.
MI is dope. I'll carry on, JS, what you're trying to get fixed out. I can hear you on the live, or on the stream, but you're definitely cutting out on the. Yeah, MI is dope except 2. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Tim. That's exactly how I feel about all of them. And I like me some John Woo. Don't get me wrong, who directed Mission Impossible 2, but it's just not. And I like Doug Ray Scott. Like I like the people that are in it. It's just not a very well executed film. 3 is great. 4 and 5 are solid, but not great. But Fallout is epic. Yeah, I disagree. I thought 4 and 5 were both extremely, extremely good. But I mean, yeah, Fallout is crazy good. And I mean, Henry Cavill, man. Like I'm a Henry Cavill fan. I don't know if there's a name for those yet, like Cumberbitches, right, or whatever. But whatever it is, if you have a creative,
did you
Henry
just call
Cavill
him Cumberbitches?
name, that's what they're called. They're called Cumberbitches.
Oh, I just got kicked from the.
We've lost JS on the line. We'll try to get him back, kids. Don't you worry about that. Oh, he sent a request. Hold on, he's gonna send a request, and I'm gonna deny the request. Shh, don't tell him. There he is. I'll invite him in and see what happens. The cavalcade. See, Tim, that's why we bring you around, brother. Oh, Henry Cavhose, also good. Look at you guys bringing the. See, I don't have the creative juice tonight.
I'm having some big time difficulties here.
You know what I'm not having a difficulty with? You sparking some stuff out in French. Bring it,
I can see on Instagram that you're talking, but I can't hear you because on my computer now you're completely frozen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, you were going to get old men struggling with technology at some point tonight. You just got it super late as opposed to super early. But this is the show, guys. I don't know why we called it the Geek Boutique. I don't know why we don't just call it 2 middle-aged white men struggling with technology, because that's exactly what it is. There you go. You could just chat in the chat. Just type in the chat. JS, if you're in distress, blink once for yes, blink twice for no. I didn't say dead ass stare at the camera.
I'm having some major difficulties. My computer's shutting down.
The dark side, this is what I'm here for. Drink it in, folks. And we have the most viewers we've had all day. 14 people are getting to see JS have a technological meltdown right now. This is what I'm subscribed for.
This is what I'm subscribed for.
This is when you snip it out of this one, you've got to snip it this bit, because this is the whole damn podcast right here. We're like the cutest old gay couple trying to figure out shit. I love it. It's the best. What were we even talking about before JS's technology decided to? Oh, now I've even lost him off the StreamYard. We've even lost him off the podcast. That never goes down. So now he's going to be talking, and I won't even be able to hear him, because I'm only hearing it. He and I only hear each other through the actual stream, not through the live streams. Today's a sad day for me, but this is giving me life again.
There we go.
Yeah. Hey! Oh, shit.
I'm back.
Okay, so I got him back on the stream. You're still not quite good on the live yet.
Yeah, I should be there. No, I'm not there.
Well, I mean, there's some delays and some choppiness and some two young guys struggling with tech. Oh, Doug slapping us down with Doug playing that age card.
Two young guys struggling with tech. Yeah, young guys. There we go.
Yeah.
That works. I'm okay with that. Yeah, so just so you understand what's going on, for some weird reason, my computer has lost its wired connection. I'm plugged into my router, but I've lost my wired connection, so I'm on my Wi-Fi, as well as my phone, which is on Wi-Fi, as well as my kid, who's also having a conference call on Wi-Fi. So that's where my network is a little overloaded right now.
Yeah, you're going to have to forget. Yeah, it's not boys. It's like 1.5 boys right now, because I'm all in, but JS is flirting with death over here. What's weird is we can hear him
fine. Yeah.
Well,
so you can hear me, but you can't see me? Is that what's going on?
Nah, boy band junkie. You're definitely old Jeff. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, you're freezing up solid, or we're getting the little circle of
that's
or whatever. So, and by the way, Victoria says what's weird is she's absolutely cackling. She's probably holding her sides. This is her weekly entertainment, watching us fuck about with the technology on here. So
here, let me see if I can get a great screenshot for when I freeze next.
There you go.
There you go. Now I'm frozen.
Hey,
there you
go. It did.
Oh, it didn't work.
That's fine. It worked for like a second. So, do you know who I am? Yes, boy band junkie. I do know who you are. You were my high school best friend's younger sister. That's who you are. See? Maybe old, but
That's quite deep.
still got yeah. The brain's still working pretty good. The rest is falling to shit, but the brain's still working okay. Well,
I think that's debatable, but hey, listen, what were we talking about before everything started going to shit here?
Maybe talk about smacking you in the mouth. We were talking about Mission Impossible, the new trailer drop for Dead Reckoning Part Uno.
Yes.
Can confirm, laughing out loud. Yep. I knew they were shooting them consecutively, congruently, however you want to call it. I knew they were shooting them back to back. I did not know that meant that it was going to be a 2-part, part 1 and part 2, like almost like a Dune type of thing. So I don't know how they're going to end part 1. And I don't know if they have additional shoots to do for part 2 or if they did the bulk of principle when they shot them both together. But I'm excited one way or another, man. Macquarie and Cruz together. It's just. And he's gone again.
I'm still here. No, I'm still here.
Oh, are you? On the live
somewhere. Okay. Well, I don't know if everybody can still hear me, but either way, I have heard that Dead Reckoning is going to be the last of this current iteration of Mission Impossible, and that once we've got Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2, then they're going to reboot. Now, whether they soft reboot, whether they full reboot, whether they just do a new continuation with a new crew, no, but I heard that these 2 movies are going to be the last of this iteration of Mission Impossible.
The last missions for Ethan Hunt, yes, is what I heard.
Yes,
specifically, which is the Tom Cruise character. So, yep, I'm doped. I'm excited. It looks amazing. The last 4, the whole franchise, other than 2, has been amazing. So yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm ready. Did you guys hear Harrison is coming back for another Indiana Jones film for 2023? Yes, they released the first still photograph from production today. 89-year-old Harrison Ford, 103-year-old, 127-year-old Harrison Ford is coming back
for Indiana Jones
one last
14.
adventure.
Yeah,
Indiana Jones. Probably it's Indiana Jones and the Apology for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I think is what they call this one, because that's another weird one. Like a lot of the people in that film I love. Cate Blanchett, I would watch Cate Blanchett read a laundry list for an hour. That lady gives me the hot and sweaties. But
Doug is saying, yes, Indy is searching for Wookiees.
That's who that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That's a rough one to watch, boy. That is not a great film. So, yeah. They're in a what's funny is they're in a weird place because Crystal Skull had to live up to the first 3, and it didn't. Boy, howdy, did it not. But now it feels like the 5th one just has to be better than Crystal Skull. It doesn't necessarily have to be as good as Raiders Temple or Last Crusade, but it just has to be better than. Well, probably not, but it still has to. It only has to be better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Which, I mean, again, they could throw spaghetti at the wall and put a fedora on it, and it would be better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So
yes, they beating Crystal Skull shouldn't be hard. Making a better movie than that shouldn't be that that tough for Lucasfilm. Then again, we've seen what they did to The Last Jedi, but
it's true. But Crystal Skull was their Last Jedi, so maybe.
Well, hopefully that this last one will then tie it up a little bit and
maybe
put a nice bow on it, and nice send off. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily want Indy to die, but
just retire and be a teacher, go work at the museum or something. He doesn't have to die per se, but he needs to ride off into the sunset for sure. You can't do a 6. The man's in his 80s. I'm not just fucking about. Like, he's old. And he's not exactly got a lot of like super high level string of hits lately either. Like, other than coming back for The Force Awakens, a lot of his other projects have not been huge successes like Harrison Ford's used to pulling out. So I feel like this is probably his last gasp at a big time movie, and maybe it'll work. And maybe too many people got burned by Crystal Skull that they're not even going to give it a chance. Maybe the franchise itself is too old. I don't know, man. They better be good. That's all I got to say.
I don't know. I feel like they're probably going to still get the views just because of the name.
Maybe.
Whether it's any good is a different story. right?
You still got to get. You've got to get 14 to 20-year-olds to the theater, regardless of what you're doing, and you're not going to get them there with nostalgia. It's still going to be a decent film, right? So,
well, it does.
Hopefully, you're not going to get him there by having Shia LaBeouf show up as his son or whatever that nonsense was.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
dumb. Yes, very dumb.
Yeah,
Crazy Mike cosplay. What's going on, Mike? We're having some technical difficulties today, Mike.
Adam Driver comes in and kills him. Hey, there you go. Lightsaber right to the chest.
It's going to feel a little tired.
Mm-hmm.
Feel a little been there, done that.
Well, it'd be a nice surprise. It'd be unexpected.
You know what? I'm pretty good with Adam Driver right now. I've seen a lot of Adam Driver's big dumb long face.
I love Adam Driver, dude. He's so funny.
I'm good. I'm good for now.
He's so funny, man. I'm all right. Yeah.
I'm pretty chill on Adam Driver now. We're good. We're good.
You got enough?
Had enough Adam Driver for now. He can come back. Just a lot of shit I've seen lately. He's been in it because they just shoved him in everything now. And my life is a technical difficulty. Crazy Mike. Amen, brother. Amen. I will never get enough of Adam Driver. Well, you seem to be the spokesperson then for Hollywood specifically in the internet and society at large, because that's certainly what's happening right now. Is apparently none of y'all can get enough of Adam Driver, and Adam Driver's us. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I understand all the girls love him. There's no question there. Which I don't get because he's got the weirdest damn face. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand that. He doesn't.
No, he's like a sex symbol.
I know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I can't look. I'm comfortable enough with myself that I can tell when a guy is a good-looking guy.
Right.
You know, I could tell you right now, Captain Pike is a good-looking man.
Are you kidding me?
Ensign Mount is a good-looking man. Adam Driver
with those cheekbones. Oh,
I don't know. He looks like a you know the troll. How they have the big head and the little body. He's like the opposite. He's got like the big body and the little head. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I don't know. But
I was literally watching. Yeah, I watched. I don't even remember what the movie was called, but I was watching the movie and he was in it, and someone like another character referenced him as the attractive one, and I was like,
"Yeah,
Adam Driver's the attractive one. Who the hell is with him in that movie?" What?
Well, it wasn't Jeff, that's for sure.
Listen to this guy.
Because if it was Jeff, it wouldn't have been the attractive one.
Smooth operator over here. Dude, you've already won my heart, man. You don't have to. Yeah. Yeah.
You should have me as a guest one day, C2 cosplay. Definitely. I don't know who you are, but we definitely should.
You can message myself or JS, and you can apply for guestship by all means.
Apply for. We've got a big long form to fill out.
It's a form to fill out. There's a 3-tier interview process. There's a video that you've got to send in. He's very attractive, Adam Driver.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. That one's a weird one.
Yeah,
I don't always get it, but because there's been other guys that I'm like, really? But I mean, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, there's been other guys too that I've been like, and everybody's like, oh my god, he's so hot. It's like, what? But yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes, you can't just put your finger on it. Sometimes guys have a certain, je ne sais quoi. That's right. I was hoping, I'm like, he's got to have me here. Yeah. Some guys will have a certain je ne sais quoi, and maybe Adam Driver's got it. I don't see it. And yeah, so this is what I find. This is with Adam Driver too, is it seems like most of the women get it and most of the men don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like men are usually pretty good about getting it when there's a guy that women are like, yeah, he's hot or he's attractive or whatever. We're all like, yeah, of course he is. Like, I can see that. But yeah, this one's a weird one. I don't get it. He's not hot.
Don't get me wrong.
He's the confident, geeky type. Well, I mean, that's...
Well, okay, I can...
You just told every nerd in this channel that you're telling them there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Look, he's so funny in some of his movies. He's got that comedic... there's a term in French called pince sans rire. I don't know how you say that in English, but it's like the guy that always makes fun and makes jokes, but is always straight-faced.
Okay.
He's that kind of guy where he's completely doing like slapstick nonsense, but super straight face and composure. And
right.
I think he's amazing. But
the English term for that is typically deadpan, is what we call that.
Deadpan. He's got a great deadpan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, confidence is sexy. Yeah, okay. I guess there's lots of sexy neckbeards, lots of confident neckbeards out there, and you all don't find those guys sexy at all. So it's not just that. There's a whole heap of confident knuckle draggers and mouth breathers out there that you guys don't want to get anywhere near. So I'm sorry, ladies, that's not it. Maybe it's because he's Hollywood and he's confident. I don't know, but you guys got to dig a little deeper than that because you're not there yet.
Jennifer says he was amazing on SNL. He really was.
Yeah.
He was on SNL twice, and both times he was amazing.
Yeah, I've heard he was good on Girls. Obviously, I didn't watch Girls because I have a Y chromosome. But I mean, I don't get it. Una the Corgi. There we go. I don't get it for Adam Driver. Not my type, I guess. Thank you.
Thanks, Ash.
Yes, thank you.
We
finally get one dissenting opinion.
Yeah. I don't get it either, but hey, it is what it is.
This just in, guys. Adam Driver is not for everybody.
He is not, and you know what? Neither are we. But
no,
okay.
No, we sure aren't. No.
That's okay because we're old men.
We're only for people that's right. Yeah, we're only for people that enjoy watching two old guys struggle with technology. That's it.
Exactly.
Well, one old guy. I simply don't know how to describe it, and I don't think you. Yeah. Again, the French term. It works really well here.
Yeah.
It's what the French call a certain I don't know what.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right, well, listen, bud. I think this is going to be it for today.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I don't know what we're going to do next week because we're always last minute about what we're going to do. But we tell you guys every week, if there is a topic you want us to talk about, drop us a note.
Well, someone in this group right now is going to be a guest next week. I don't know who you are, but one of you is going to be a guest next week. I have my idea on a couple of you, so y'all better start straightening out your schedules. Next Thursday, 7:00, you're going to dedicate an hour to two old guys struggling with technology.
There we go.
I think we're going to
never
officially
know who it's going to be.
Sub-name. Surprise, are you guys going to Niagara? I am. JS is not. So,
I am not.
Yeah.
I was planning on going until I saw the ticket prices. And considering I'm already going to Niagara a couple weeks later,
exactly.
I was like, it's getting a little expensive to cosplay. I just realized JS's camera is back to normal. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you look at that handsome French face. Look at that. That's a man's man right
he's
there.
He's an emo with a glow stick. Well, he kind of is.
Yeah, talk about Obi-Wan. Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll both have watched it, so I'll be up at 3 a.m. for Obi-Wan. There you go. Yep, by all means.
Well, Obi-Wan's this Friday. So
which is tomorrow, right?
Oh, duh. It's tomorrow.
It's Thursday, JS.
Look at that. It is Thursday evening. So I'll be watching Obi-Wan at lunchtime tomorrow. Oh, no, I won't be watching Obi-Wan at lunchtime. I've got physio at lunchtime, but I'm going to be watching it tomorrow at some point. Maybe I'll get a little bit early to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I'm a sleepy panda. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yes. Well, listen, you have yourself a good rest. Sleep like a big baby.
Merry little. Dude, I am going to sleep like a lamb, like a little baby lamb that was just born and is tired in his mommy's feet. It's just ready to go to sleepy. Bye. That's good.
I feel tired. Like it was worth for the people that stuck with us till the end here. It was worth it just for that.
Just for that.
That's going to be the intro of the podcast.
Do it. You're not scaring me.
All righty. Hey, listen, everybody. Thanks again for sticking with us till the end. Well, if you stuck with us till the end, make sure you leave us a like and comment below. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. We're pushing towards the 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there so we can get monetized. Our view hours are there. We just don't have the subscribers. So we've got a lot of people coming back. They're just not actually subscribing. So for you folks that are watching, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go and subscribe. I don't even care if you don't watch stuff on YouTube. Go subscribe anyway. Give me the subscription. Help us out. Give us a hand here. Jesus, Jeff, go to bed. Yes. I don't know. I mean, Jesus.
I'm getting Jeff? There. I
think Jeff. I don't know that I call him both. Jesus, but
I'll answer to both. It's good. It's good. It's totally good.
I don't know. I used to get called the baby Jesus, but Jesus, Jeff.
Baby
Jesus Jeff has a weird ring to it, you know? It's like Jim Bob,
I'm
you know?
so tired.
Or Billy Bob. There you go.
Billy Bob. This is Jeff.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay geeky. We'll see you next week.